battlefield shows no mercy for mistakes. We must hone our skills with true devotion.
All set and ready, awaiting your command.
A new mission.
I'll lead the tactical briefing. Let's move. War never ends. We can only march on.
A fine piece of master-grade work. I'll put it to good use. I haven't seen equipment of this caliber for quite a while. My strength is recovering, but it's still not enough. Excellent teamwork. Thank you. I've learned a lot. Trust appreciated. I will not fail you.
Understood. Now that I've been assigned more critical duties, may I offer my input on the combat plan?
Back in the Order, the commander would award us badges for moments like this.
No, that's not necessary.
Let it stay this way, as what I seek here isn't about honor. I cannot say when this crusade will end, but I'm increasingly aware that it must be taken with the utmost seriousness. I hope you'll grant me the honor of seeing it through by your side.
Ember, Knight of the Order of Steel Oath, reporting for duty. As bound by the Pact, I shall obey your command until the crusade concludes. My crusade is far from over.
The battlefield shows no mercy for mistakes. We must hone our skills with true devotion.
A special mission? Understood. I shall carry it out with unwavering effort.
Do you have a combat mission that requires my presence? Welcome back, Endman. Where will the next battle take us?
Dijiang is a vessel furnished with various amenities, but she's not built for war. Her absence of constant operational readiness is something I'm still adjusting to.
Training at the Order? Back then, I could take on an entire Homeosaron cluster alone, so my commander would send full squads of new recruits to fight me.
Beneath the Aurora lie the defense lines of the Oathkeepers. When battle erupted, the skies would be blanketed with swarms of hovering Angoloi. Of course, our battle carriers and escort aircraft would also...
Wait, why is the mountain range running this way? Sorry, I might have misidentified the location. High altitude drops into war zones are standard for my unit. Yet up here, the very idea of altitude starts to fade.
The operators here make excellent sparring partners. They value battlefield coordination and show great creativity in developing strategies. I've learned a lot from them. As an Oathkeeper, I must keep pace and never stop improving myself.
The Intel office granted me access to some mission logs. So many gave their lives for what they believed in, even without ever setting foot on the battlefield. Maybe they have no regrets. But I find myself pondering, what can we do to prevent such sacrifices from happening so often? Please accept this, Endman. My thanks. I will treat this as a token of your approval.
This armor suit is intricately designed, and as Oathkeepers, we must learn the engineering skills to keep it operational. But in the end, it's not the suit that keeps you alive in battle. It's your resolve to stand, your mind to strategize,
and your bravery to act. Please allow me to cover the treatment costs for that reserve operator. Among the Oath Keepers, many are ready to lay down their lives, but without a clear focus on victory, that resolve only puts everyone at risk. I was lost in thought and struck harder than I intended. I'm truly sorry. There's a tradition among the Oath Keepers. When a squad is too depleted to continue, an Oath Keeper must retreat to recruit new allies. You could consider this a form of crusade. We take our time finding worthy successors and never rush the process. However, it seems my crusade has gone on for far too long. When I delivered fallen comrades' keepsakes and ashes, I met their parents, brothers, and loved ones. I even stopped a soldier's best friend from heading north for revenge. Somehow, I became the one who consoled others the most, convincing them not to act impulsively. Perhaps that's why the commander insisted I begin the crusade without delay. This is Claire. These are Zhao, Mila, and Lucian. That sharp-eyed one is Fiangu, a rookie. None of them actually drank. We only pretended to toast because a journalist was visiting. They were all remarkable soldiers, and that's why they chose that day to complete the mission. If their successors are just as exceptional, I don't think I can bring myself to send them to the north. Why am I thinking this way, Enman? What am I lacking? Ember, the codename, is my own choice. I don't intend to run from the truth. I'm still not ready to return to the Northern Front. But as long as there's a chance to burn, Ember will reignite the flames. Endman, I trust that Endfield will help me find my path. Standard security units can handle Creosans, but the situation changes entirely when 3 Lysorans are present. In the Oath Keepers, tactical squads like ours are tasked with swiftly disrupting enemy formations, neutralizing anchors, and preventing the emergence of more dangerous Angoloid clusters. These missions are highly risky, but we take pride in carrying them out. A depleted squad shall be withdrawn to the rear to recruit new soldiers, serving as a special recruitment channel for the Oath Keepers. Those who come to challenge me simply wish to join us. They hold no personal grudge against me. Of course, victory alone doesn't guarantee enlistment. Strength and skill are essential, but what truly matters is what the fight reveals about a challenger's character. Curious about my Guardian gun? I'm afraid I left it at the Oath Keeper's fortress. I don't really fight with ranged weapons. My gun is more like a part of who I am. Leaving it there serves as a reminder that one day, I will return. When I was pulled from the front lines, the commander didn't set a return date. In fact, I've heard of other veterans who got the same order. They were sent to the rear to recruit, but never returned to the fortress. Perhaps that's a respectful way of saying they were quietly retired. But I don't intend to follow that path, which is why the commander referred me to you. He believes Endfield might help me discover what I'm still lacking. I sincerely hope he's right. During the First Angoloid War, a coalition of elite forces was formed to push into the north. They vowed to fight to the bitter end, beginning a long, grueling war of attrition. This marked the origin of the first Oath Keepers. Actually, the commander once told me that it was you, Enman, who helped them re-establish communication with the rear. And now, here I am recounting this story to you. Feels almost surreal. Tactics and technology may give us an edge against the Angoloi, but once a battle escalates into war, the loss of life becomes inevitable. When the First Angoloid War ended, Anchor and Angoloi activity had significantly waned. Yet, many years later, when I was serving as a soldier, the clashes on the front had already started intensifying. Perhaps the true war is only just beginning. The northern defense line is never a fixed boundary. Each day we fight for every inch of ground against the Angoloi. When the fighting grows fiercely intense, our soldiers may even carry building materials into battle.
rushing to construct new strongholds on freshly seized strategic points. We never retreat from the defense line, for we ourselves are the defense line. Like ordinary fire, my Originium arts can ignite materials and burn enemies. With precise control, they can even be used to disinfect wounds and regulate body temperature. These techniques may prove useful in battle, but they are no substitute for real medical arts. It's always best to evacuate the wounded and get them proper treatment ASAP. Even at the height of battle, the supply of Eripathy suppressant to the front was never interrupted. As an infected, I fully understand how crucial that is. It's hard to imagine how people lived during the Age of Terra. Originium-induced catastrophes never transpire here, and the infected are no longer persecuted on a large scale. Perhaps this is proof that we've come a long way. Useful resources located. Prepare for salvage. High-value object identified. Requesting approval for retrieval. Unusual signals detected ahead, not matching known anchor patterns. Shall we investigate? High-threat hostile detected. Stay alert. Always resupply when you can. You don't want to run short at critical moments. Collecting minerals? Allow me to assist. Hope it's useful. Are we collecting this? Understood. I'll keep an eye out. Now these filthy obstacles no longer hinder our advance. Rest is complete. Let's proceed with the mission. Preparing tactical support. All set. Back to the fight. Brace for impact! I'll hold to the end. The crusade cannot end here. Outstanding performance. Exemplary combat maneuver. Everyone has earned their share of glory. It's all thanks to our solid teamwork. Bring it on! You're fighting me! Roger, engaging the enemy. A well-deserved victory. We fought with both courage and prudence. Excellent work, everyone. Together, we made this victory happen. I didn't perform well, but I'll take what I've learned and sharpen up. I promise. Have I made the same mistakes again? Take this! Stop struggling! You can't stop me! Bring them down! Push forward! Ready to support. In position. Not on my watch! Face your end! Shattered now! Pathetic! Fire of the Oathkeeper! I shall be the Avatar of Radiance! Pick, looks, target!